Idaho Falls Pediatrics, proudly supporting kids in our community and 7 questions with Emmy.
Hey guys, welcome back to 7 Questions with Emmy. I'm Emmy Eaton, and my guest today has recorded more than 20 studio albums, had 19 songs on Billboard Hot Country Songs, and has been called one of the most remarkable voices in music history. John Barry, thank you so much for talking with me today.
I'm so glad I got to be with you. This is awesome.
My dad, when he was in high school, he listened to a lot of your songs, and we were just listening to a couple of your songs a minute ago.
That's awesome. I love that.
Are you ready to get started with the questions?
Sure.
Okay, question number 1. When would you say you got your first big break in the music business?
Well, in 1992, I came to Nashville. My wife and I came up with a plan. We were going to come to Nashville every 6 weeks and do an industry showcase and see if we couldn't get a record label interested in my music. Now, at that time, I'd already recorded 6 albums on my own, and I was playing in clubs in Athens, Georgia, and had a very large following, and it was very successful. But I always dreamed of doing something bigger than just playing clubs in Athens. And so in spring of 92, we came up and did our first industry showcase, and we were going to do it every 6 weeks for a year. And if it didn't work, then we'd come up with another plan. But we did one industry showcase, and out of that, I was invited to do a private showcase for Jimmy Bowen, who at that time was the president of Capitol Records. And so I did that showcase for Jimmy Bowen and got a record deal.
That's
And
really cool.
here we are.
What is your favorite thing about being an entertainer?
Getting to sing for people, and I've made so many friends out on the road that people that have come to see shows year after year, and get to be good friends with a lot of them. That's the best.
You broke both legs and your hip after being hit by a car while riding your motorcycle, and then a couple of years later, a cyst was found in your brain. What did you learn from these hard experiences?
I learned that we are fragile beings. We're not Superman.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought when I was young I was Superman, but I learned that I was not. And I also learned that I have a loving God who cares very much about me and was very faithful to see me through some difficult times.
What has been one of the biggest lessons that you have learned during your music career?
Biggest lesson I've learned during my music career is don't forget that it's going to end. It's very easy to ride the wave of success and think it's just going to go on forever. But you have to realize it doesn't. Now, there are a few artists that have that big machine and they've got the finances to keep that big wheel turning. But, you know, an artist like me that's sort of a medium market artist and that kind of stuff, it makes it it makes it much more difficult not to have the finances to make that big wheel keep turning. And so you have to realize that you make the most of it while you can, and just understand that it's going to come to a close eventually.
I live in Idaho. Have you ever been here, and what's your favorite way to have a potato?
I have been to Idaho. It's been a long, long time, and Idaho potatoes are the best. I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't even realize potatoes came from anywhere else but Idaho.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy. Yeah, and what's your favorite way to have a potato?
French fried potatoes. That's
French
my favorite.
fries are really good. See,
Yeah.
if you come here for your Christmas tour, then we can hook you up with all the French fries, the best French fries in town.
That would be awesome. I bet they are awesome. I bet they're
Who needs
terrific.
other food? We can just have French fries.
Yeah.
If you could perform with anyone, who would it be?
If I could sing with anyone?
Yeah. Dead or alive.
I would love to do a duet with Reba McEntire.
Dad loves her too. Yeah.
I love Miss Reba. I got to tour with her for 2 years, many years ago, And matter of fact, one of the shows we did was in Idaho, if I'm not mistaken. And we were out on tour with her for 2 years. And she is just a wonderful, wonderful person. What you see on TV and interviews and all that, she's just like that. Just a straight up Oklahoma girl.
That's really fun. Well, maybe I can do an interview with her, and then you can do a duet, and you guys can come to Idaho and perform. You both of you can.
It'd be the best place to do it.
We'd be sitting front row, screaming as loud as we can. Can you share a piece of advice that might help me in my life?
Piece of advice to help you with your life. Believe in yourself, set goals, and work very hard to achieve them. And for me, seeking God's guidance in my life is very, very important.
Thank you so much for talking with me.
You bet. I appreciate the chance to be interviewed by you. You're very kind.
Well, I appreciate that you could take time out of your busy day for me.
I'm glad to do it. And thank you for tolerating me sitting in my truck doing the interview.
It's okay. Have fun with your grandson.
Thank you. We will. Won't we, Isaac?
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks so much for watching. Remember, new 7 questions interviews are posted every Thursday. Be sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Love you guys. Bye! Idaho Falls Pediatrics, proud of you supporting kids in our community, and 7 questions with Emmy.